it like rocket fuel.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
All day. Big 30. Switch.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. To try again after the sack. Rodgers. A quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Check inside. Go right. Whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Mike. Bandit. We are going. Check four. Kill. Shift. Check now. You got 58. Check 24. Scan 300.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Watch the twist. Yeah.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Watch right, watch right. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Switch it, switch it, switch it, come on, switch it.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, Roy.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Green 18, 54, 50,
A first down carry for Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings 40-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, you block over here. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Joker, 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 joker. Jump out.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Lets it go for Nelson. J.J. Nelson, 40 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
These two teams all tied after one. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give running right, it's Cook. That one a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Ready? Now they try the right side here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Come on, QB, come on. X3, 218, jump. Hey, Alpha.
On 1st and 10, Trammell. Dancing to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. The end result, 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
18. Hey, pick 26. You ain't going nowhere. Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Zoom.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Henry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now it's Rodgers. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Ready. 56. Mike's 56. I got one. Deuce. 6-6. Pull it high. Hit it.
On 1st down, Trammell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go now. 70, Indy. Rip left. No. Off. Five.
Off the play fake. Trammell. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's bring it. Check 3. Yeah, Liz. Callie. Show him left, Callie. Check hot route. Go. Check the backer. Hey, 88. Get up.
Now Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Gordon on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to air one. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Equanimous St. Brown. His first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say,
rush coming, and he's taken down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing.
And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 47 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, echo. Look at me, zipper! 56, Mike, 56! Hey, come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Now.
Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. Bailey's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers caught by Nelson. And some room to run now. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check. Over here. Check. Alert 3. Alert. Inside. Alert 3. Check.
On first down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Lets it go for Nelson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check 50. Check 50.
Now Cook running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
On 3rd and 2. Trammell. And he finds Cook. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Topper, fight.
Off play action. Trammell. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing on first down. Trammell. And Diggs has it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Vikings first down.
Set. 60 or. Hey, lock it.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Operating from the gun. Trammell eluding the pressure right. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 7. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. He's got the first down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try to run with Madison, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, what a move.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
They'll run it again with Henry. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, take 26. Hey, exit. Go, go, go. 38 to Mike. Give me that, get up.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 2. Oh, you got deep? Kill. All right. Kill, kill.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Jim. Hustle, hustle.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw. Trammell. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Slam. Hey, seam 6. Check 24. We are going. Switch.
Throwing is Rodgers. They're hauling it in, Nelson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Right now, you got 58. Hey, leg. Box it.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now a run with Cook. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. 93 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But
now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Ricky. Jim.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Rodgers going to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
I got it. Mark 38.
Rodgers to throw once more. He completes it to Nelson. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Minnesota, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Packers,